Hey YouTube, today we're going to be changing the oil in 1967 International 424. So first step is take the oil filter off. So it's a 7/8 inch wrench. Put it right on the top, unscrew it. And tap this loose. Get a soft mallet or brass hammer and just tap on the housing a couple times. Comes loose, and you can get the filter out. Here's the old filter. Make sure you take the old seal out. This groove or it won't seal right, so get yourself a pick and run around the outside of that. Make sure there's nothing in that groove, or you won't be leaking oil and you'll be nowhere. You'll be back to where you started. Getting dirt away from this. This one's good. So next step, we're going to drain the engine oil. So I'm just going to get an adjustable wrench. Pretty sure it's 1 inch or 1/1/8. And we cracked it loose. So we're going to drain out the engine oil now. Take the plug out. So I'm just going to set this oil plug in this compartment on this oil drain pan. And now we just wait for this to drain out, and then we're going to put new oil in it. So while we're waiting for this to drain, we'll put the new filter on. Here's a new filter. It's a Fleetguard LF618. This applies to all of this, like C146, C123, C135 engines with the shorter oil filter cup. So the first step doing this, take out the seal, get some used motor oil and put it on the outside of it. Get the seal oiled up so it doesn't tear the seal, and it makes a good seal, and so the seal doesn't turn around inside of this or twist. Seat the seal inside of this groove. So now we're running the oil filter cup, and the bottom, the bigger part goes down first. So put the small part of the filter up. You can see how the filter's bigger on this end. And we just screw the bolt down in and we get it lined up. Just tighten it down. Don't have to get too tight to make sure this cup's seated the same distance around the whole way, so the seal doesn't hurt. Don't have to go crazy tight with this, just get it snug down. That should be good right there. Now if the engine oil is drained back out, put the plug back in. And tighten that up. Okay, next step, take the dipstick out. Well, some of the other tractors might be a smaller dipstick. It might have, might not even have a dipstick. It might have the petcocks on the drain pan. If that's the case, you'll crack the bottom one loose, and then when oil starts coming out, you know you are good on the flow. So get a funnel. And I'm using 1540 Shell Rotella T4. It's a diesel oil, but we run it in all the old tractors because it's got additives in it. And it's a good all year round oil. I believe this holds 5 quarts. And just go a little bit at a time. You can get a good ways before you have to start checking it. But it's a little bit boring, but needs done. We just got this tractor back from the shop. The 3-point and PTO wasn't working, so we had to tear the PTO shaft out of the side of it and put a new roll pin in the engagement lever, and then the hydraulics here. Didn't make a complete circuit because we took a loader off of it and didn't hook it back up right now. The 3-point and hydraulics work perfectly. Let's check the wheel level on it so far. Make sure you have a rag handy so you can wipe off your dipstick. These like to screw down a little bit. Right at the bottom line, so let's start filling it up a little bit more. Should take this whole container for the most part. Okay, now we're halfway up the dipstick. Let's get a new jug of oil. Top it off the rest of the way. You don't want to have them over full, but if they're a little bit full, full line, that's okay. Just make sure it's within range. So a little bit of back history behind this tractor. It was bought brand new for a school district back in 1967. My grandfather got it secondhand at an auction at the school because they were getting new equipment there at school. But they were getting new equipment and they got a new Kubota, so this went up for bid and we got a good price on it. We went there and to pick it up and it wouldn't start up, so they gave us a $400 discount on it. But it's a handy little tractor. We used to have a loader on it, so we cleared the building a lot with. The oil change is all done now, so you can see handy little tractor. It's around 40 horse. This one's got around 4,800 original hours on it. Fuel gauge does not work, but that's okay. So it's got a 4-speed transmission, and then you got a high-low selector right here. Here's your hydraulic remote. This shuts off your 3-point and allows you to use your remotes. And this is how fast your 3-point goes up and down and how fast the functions work. So over here you got PTO engagement lever. Back is engaged, forward is not engaged. But it's a good little tractor. It's got fluid in the rear tire, so it weighs a good bit. There's the 3-point. Let's fire it up for you. You can hear it. It's a great one running a little tractor. I use it for a lot of things. Idle's real nice, runs smoothly. It's been a great little tractor for us. Anybody looking for a tractor like this, the 424s, B414s, B354s, the 464, 454, all based on this frame. They're a good little tractor. I highly recommend them to anybody looking for something. So, we'll catch you later. Now it's time to do an oil change on the 404. So, first thing we're going to do is just start it up and let it run a little bit to get the oil hot so it drains better. We'll see you back in a couple minutes. We're going to wait. Alright, now we got the oil drained out of the 424 and changed. Now we're going to do the 404. So, again, first step, crack the oil filter out, 7/8 wrench. Here's the bolt. Now get a mallet and tap on the oil filter housing. Take the oil filter out. Here's the old filter. You can see it's pretty dirty. I just rebuilt this engine, so it's got all the composites in it from the dirt when I rebuilt it, because a little bit of dirt got in the engine. Get a pick, take this old seal out. If I can find it. I feel it in there, but I can't get a hold of it. Might have to get a smaller pick, but anyways, let's drain the oil out first, so it get drained out. Okay, that's loose. Let's drag that all the way out. Some paper towels, clean this up. And we'll also get a smaller pick, because the pick that we draw will fit inside that bracket. Alright, let's try to get that seal out. So just get your pick and get in a little outside groove if you can. And twist it out and see. Now there's the old seal. Just throw that in the waste bucket. Again, what we want to do, get the new filter out of the box. Like I said, get the seal, get some of the old oil, rub along the outside of it so it doesn't have any friction. Okay, now we can put that seal in. Make sure it's not twisted anywhere. There we go. seeds everywhere in each corner. So now let's get this cup cleaned up. I like to use the Super Clean Degreaser. My mother found it a couple months ago and it works great for everything. You can use it for cleaning up oil, just cleaning up dirt that's hard and stubborn. Works great on anything, I think. Okay, now I got that cup all cleaned up. Wipe the inside of it out. Okay. Let's get the new filter. Like I said, this bigger piece goes on the bottom. See how there's a bigger opening on the oil filter housing. So we'll stick the filter inside first. Remember, little end up. There's a new crush washer on this. And we just angle this in. And drop down one and screw the bolt tight. We get a wrench. Okay. Again, don't have to make it super tight, just get it snug. Make sure all the corners are even, make sure the seal doesn't get crimped in between anything. That's good. Now let's take the dipstick out. Get all the oil off that. Put the plug back in it. Wipe off the composites on the end of the magnet, if there are any. Okay, now we're ready to get the wheel put in. So again, this should hold the same as a 424, just 5 quarts, I believe, roughly. So this tractor came out of Maryland. I picked it up as my next FFA project, and the engine needed to rebuild. It smoked badly, and it didn't run when I got it. So we sorted that all out, and this is the first oil change since the rebuild, so it's a little bit dirty. But this new oil should help. Just pour the whole bottle in. This is 4 quarts. Then we'll add a little bit out of the next bottle. If your oil pan's dented up or anything, you'll notice it doesn't hold as much oil, but it shouldn't be too far off. This one's got a couple dents on the bottom of it too. It ain't perfect. But if it was perfect, I wouldn't want it. Check the oil. Sitting right at the bottom one, so let's keep going. Also, I forgot to note when I did the 424s, when you get the oil top off to the dipstick, start it up so the filter can fill up, and then shut it off and check it again, or it will be inaccurate. Keep going with it. Should be right about good there. It's full on dipstick, so start it up. Let the oil get into the filter, and then shut it off and put it back in. Wait a couple seconds one time. That should be good. Now you notice it's almost back to the fill or the bottom one, so let's top it off again. Should be about good there. Right on the line, 2 for 2. Let's go. So stay tuned. We're going to have some more videos out. Hopefully I'll get this manifold in my 240 replaced here soon. So thank you all for watching.